again if you study Christopher Columbus? Okay, what grade level? About fifth grade. Fifth grade as well.
So that's the same. So it's really very in the social studies textbook. Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492, and it's pretty much this the same story. And to be able to bring a global perspective that maybe Christopher Columbus might not be celebrated as a hero in all the cultures, that was really what the fifth grade teachers and we wanted the students to acknowledge or just to become aware of. So instead of just learning from the textbook, we decided that we are going to create a survey, place that on the classroom log, and ask people from around the world to just take a few moments to complete that survey. Do you think where you live was one of the questions, and the students were the ones who formulated those questions. They had a multiple choice question. Do you feel that Christopher Columbus was a hero, a villain, or a victim? And then they were asking to explain that answer. So we sent that out and last week, and over the last 4 days, we got over 280 answers. Literally from, I think we're up to 15 different countries of the world. And just to be able to take the data that is collected in that survey and evaluate it and analyze it, math is coming. I mean, it's cross-subject area. So, you know, as Nancy said, this should be in every subject, and it is. And the students are now taking what they're learning, and they are converting it into different ways. Some of the students are recording a song. Some of the students are doing a play. And then we also started contacting people in South America, and we're Skyping with them. The students are interviewing them. What are they teaching in their textbook? What are they learning in their schools? And what is their perspective of that historic figure? So this is taking.
No, I was going to say, just so you know, one of those surveys was filled out by Janet Hale in Tucson, Arizona. Yay! Go ahead, finish up and wrap up, and I want to ask you one other quick question before you have to go and they have to take their break.
Okay. Well, that's to ask. The kids are excited. They're involved. We're actually taking it a step further this year as well. That we are giving the students the responsibility of making those global communication. They're the coordinators. And this is something, usually in the years before, I was the one, or the classroom teacher, who was making those connections. We're still making the initial connection, but then we're handing it over to the students. They're the ones who are emailing the experts or the classes that we're going to be Skyping with. They're the ones dealing with the time zone issues and coordinating it and coming up that we are going to be talking to this person, that each one of them has different jobs during those Skype calls. So it's really a collaborative effort, and the kids are excited, they're engaged, they're motivated, they can't wait for the next time that we're Skyping in another person or another class.
Okay, just real quickly, Sylvia, I'm just going to be talking to the audience for a second. Did you see from that experience that you just shared about Flat Stanley, which is, again, first grade, kindergarten, second grade, and then about Christopher Columbus, which again would be more your fifth grade or your sixth grade. I just have a quick question to all of you. Were the 4 C's involved?
Yeah.
Yes, there was critical thinking, there was problem solving, there is communication, and there is collaboration. Those are, to me, those 4 key components. If you really know you're upgrading, because remember, you heard Sylvia say, Flat Stanley's been around. We've all been doing Flat Stanley, but we could just upgrade and have those 4 components added in, and we'll look at the different level we are at with student engagement. Just real quickly, Sylvia, to close, I'm going to be in our live binder. There is actually going to be a tab for your blog. So can you explain a little bit about the history behind the name Languages so that they know?
That's a good question. Okay, the history behind it is, well, I was born in Germany, and I was raised in Argentina, and now living for about 20 plus years here in the United States. So in Germany,
there's a very big literary culture of witches, especially for fairy tales, for folk tales, and now, when I was young, it was also in adolescent literature, and it's always the good witches, and so it somehow stuck with me, and when I moved to the United States, it just seemed, I just dreamt one night, I'm going to start a website called Languages.
And then also what I like about it is that, because it's not this idea of, because I know I myself as a Christian person, the term witch sometimes can upset people, but I know for you it was more like, you said, didn't your dad used to also call you, your dad also...
He always called me witch, and we had a dog named Witch. It's really, that's a cultural thing. In Germany, it's like I said, they're part of the literature, and they're always the smart ones, the good ones, the ones that are willing to help and to do magic to do good. Right. So you're absolutely right. Once I moved here to the United States, that was a cultural difference that I found. And but again, with the languages, for me, it was a play on the languages that I speak and that are part of me. So that's how it came.
Well, we love you, and we thank you so much for taking your time. A round of applause for Silvia. Thank you so much, Silvia. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.